Hey guys, it's Shadowswam, and I got the patch 4.6 notes for League of Legends. Let's jump into things, shall we? So we've got little changes here and there, not too much. Not going to bother reading this. Biggest things you need to know, they're going to be buffing. Yes, you heard me right, it's actually right here. We're going to be buffing champions over time that have teamfight oriented, healthy gameplay. That's for top lane champions mostly, such as Jarvan, Renekton, or not Renekton, but Jarvan, Malphite, Rumble, and more. So, yeah. Just thought I'd toss that one out there. Next, they've got reworks in store for a lot of other champions, but yeah, they've got some in here, not too many. They've added the bug splat report into the LOL patcher, that's the biggest thing, and they fixed a bug that was causing files to not properly update with each new patch. Onto the champion changes and reworks, etc., etc. First, we've got Aatrox, where they fixed a bug for his Bloodthirst. Fixed a bug where the stance effect would sometimes trigger every 2 attacks instead of 3. So, no longer abusing that. Gragas, they removed the slow on his Drunken Rage, and his Body Slam now has a 12-second cooldown at all ranks, instead of scaling down from 16 all the way down to 12 with each higher rank. Kassadin got a little buff on this one. His Null Sphere, the Magic Shield, gained some bonus, shielding power. Went from 160 to 200 max damage it can absorb, with a 0.8 AP ratio, up from a 0.3. And now also properly interrupts Nivea's ultimate, Twisted Fate's Gate, and Urgot's hyperkinetic position reverser. As another blade, the active damage has been increased to 180 from 140, with a 0.7 AP ratio, up from a 0.6. Maokai, they increased his slow to match the tooltip. For his Arcane Smash, it is now 48%, or they fixed a bug that allows the tooltip to match what the actual slow was. That's what it was. Sorry. But yeah, now it actually shows 48%, which is what it was, but the tooltip was still showing 40%. Rengar, they upped the bonus damage on his Savagery from 100 at max rank to 150. His Empowered Savagery bonus damage went from 20 to 235 by champion level, up to 30 to 240 by champion level. His Thrill of the Hunt, now the stealth alert only appears if enemies would be able to see Rengar out of stealth. Rumble, the Scrap Shield, Danger Zone shield bonus and movement speed bonus both went from 25 to 50% while he's in the danger zone and has that ability active. And his Electro Harpoons, the damage bonus from Danger Zone and the movement speed, or the slow speed bonus, went from 25% to 50% respectively on both, and the Harpoon slows now stack correctly. Twitch, he received his visual update, and he got new icons with it, as well as some new utilities, but that's really not a big deal. His Ambush, they added new particles and sounds for the moment Twitch enters stealth. Contaminate, which used to be called Expunge, they added a new range indicator, which that's nice, and the particles now shoot from Twitch to his victims. And his ultimate has been renamed from Spray and Pray to Rat-a-tat-tat, and same thing. Particles now better indicate when secondary targets are being hit by splash damage. Wriggle's Lantern, the gold cost went from 1650 to 1800, and the Feral Flare transformation went from 25 large monster kills to 30. They brought back the heal debuff that you got from using the summoner spell Heal. That's something of note. It's now 50% less effective on allies who previously healed within 35 seconds of the summoner spell Heal. Twisted Treeline, Crystal Scar, and Howling Abyss. Hextech Sweeper has been changed. It's got a new recipe of Glacial Shroud, Kindle Gem, and 330 gold. Total cost went from 2,000 to 2,130. Health you got went from 250 to 225. You now get 25 bonus armor, 250 mana. You no longer get any AP from it. you get 20% CDR like you did previously, and the active has still been unchanged. Twisted Treeline Crystal Scar, the Blackfire Torch has been nerfed slightly on those two maps. They removed the movement speed bonus from Blackfire Torch. Twisted Treeline, they decreased the inhibitor respawn rate. They improved the mechanics for the inhibitor. Destroying enemy inhibitor now only buffs minions in that lane. And the jungle rewards, experience and gold scaling have been increased on Twisted Treeline. And the health runic or relic spawns went from 155 to 3 minutes. And the bots have also been updated in this patch. So yeah, if you go up against AIs that are intermediate, they should no longer just phase check bushes and stuff. And that's it, guys. That's it for the patch notes. Now onto the real meat, and that would be for Braum, the heart of the Freylord, or Freylord, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not going to go about, all of this and his lore and stuff. I might do another video about that. What we're here to talk about are his abilities and what looks like the meat of his play. So, his passive, Concussive Blows. Braum's basic attacks apply concussive blows. Once the first stack is applied, all basic attacks from Braum and his allies apply further stacks. I can't stress that one enough. Any basic attacks after the first from Braum and his allies put stacks of concussive blows on the target. After the target has suffered 4 stacks of concussive blows, they are stunned and suffer bonus magic damage. After being stunned, Braum cannot apply concussive blows to the target for he cannot apply them again for a moderate duration. I'm guessing about maybe 20 seconds or so, or maybe less, like 5 or 10. His Q, Winter's Bite. Braum propels freezing ice from his shield in a straight line skill shot, dealing magic damage based on Braum's maximum health, slowing and applying a stack of concussive blows to the first target hit. His W, Stand Behind Me. Braum leaps to the aid of a nearby ally, positioning himself between his target and their nearest enemy champion, granting both Braum and his target bonus armor and magic resist based on Braum's total armor and magic resist. His E, Unbreakable. Braum raises his shield in a target direction, negating the damage from the first attack from the shield's direction and reducing the damage of all subsequent attacks as long as the shield is raised. Braum intercepts projectiles with Unbreakable, causing them to hit and then be destroyed. He also gains a minor speed boost until he lowers his shield. In his ultimate, Glacial Fissure, Braum slams his shield into the ground, sending out a huge long-range skill shot that knocks up and damages all enemies caught before leaving behind a strong, slow field. So, yeah. To give you guys an idea of what he looks like, that's him. That's him with 2 Poros next to him. There's his ultimate, there's his Unbreakable, and there's him casting I don't know what. But he's casting something. But their idea of Braum is strong and resilient melee support capable of making game-changing plays while saving his team from the barrage of enemy attacks. He forms symbiotic bonds with the marksman that he fights alongside, forming a wall between the two teams and leaping to the aid of his allies as he transitions into late game tank. So, he's meant to be a melee support like Blitzcrank or Leona or Taric. Bot lane, again, gonna go over this because it's actually kind of, nice to read this. In lane, Braum functions more effectively as a reactionary or opportunistic support, constantly on the lookout for chances to apply concussive blows to the enemy duo. Accurate use of Winter's Bite triggers the mark on the targets who've wandered from their wave or from their minion wave. While Braum can tag aggressive enemies with basic attacks before leaping back to ranged safety and his marksman, or of his marksman with Stand Behind Me. After applying concussive blows, Braum and his marksman have two solid options: either follow up hard and try to activate the stun, or zone the enemy and make them and take up aggressive positioning. Concussive blow is powerful enough to win almost any trade, while the threat of triggering the stun is as powerful or as acts as a powerful deterrent, forcing the enemy marksman away from the valuable minion gold. Braum's also a powerful asset during friendly ganks. By dashing to his jungler with Stand Behind Me, Braum's able to get into the heart of the enemy duo, and after they've been tagged with concussive blows, the jungler's extra attacks accelerate the stun and help secure kills. But while Braum is undeniably useful on the offensive, he's an absolute colossus when defending. The additional defenses provided by Stand Behind Me help both Braum and his marksman survive otherwise lethal damage, while Unbreakable has the potential to completely shield his ally from all incoming damage when positioned correctly. When activated, Unbreakable protects all of Braum's allies behind the shield from basic attacks and targeted and pass-through abilities like Varus's Piercing Arrow, Tarek's Dazzle, and Caitlyn's Piltover Peacemaker, but not place abilities like Nidalee's Bushwhack or Swain's Nevermore. Meaning, you can't save somebody from Bushwhack, yeah. So you can't save somebody from like a trap, for instance, or you can't save them from Swain's Crow just going to town on someone. More importantly, Braum can move while using Unbreakable, meaning he can reposition with his allies as they head towards the safety of their tower, or as the enemy team moves to flank around the shield. Braum is also able to continue attacking and casting abilities while he shields with Unbreakable, landing the slow from Witcher's Bite while moving back Dieter's enemy junglers and marksmen still further. Braum gains solid initiation or follow-up potential once he hits level 6 and unlocks Glacial Fissure, offering friendly junglers easy ganking targets with its huge knockup and slow. If Braum's looking to cut off his target's escape route, he can quickly reposition with Stand Behind Me before firing Glacial Fissure behind his targets. The ability's slow field is large and powerful enough to force flashes and secure kills. Finally, Glacial Fissure is equally powerful as a disengaging tool, nullifying chases when aimed correctly. I'm not going to read into team fights because we can kind of just from this little synopsis, in these 3 paragraphs, kind of tell what Braum's ultimate goal is. He's there, again, like Leona, like Tarek, to be a meat shield, but to also help absorb a lot of damage and save allies from certain death. I would put him more in the class of Leona than I would Tarek, just because he's got the more versatility of, hey, I'm gonna go into the fray now and still do damage, still be a disaster to deal with, but also can help deter enemies from chasing my allies. With the fact of, like, for Leona, you've got Zenith Blade and Dawnbreaker, and with Braum, you've got the just whole idea of concussive blows proccing. Apparently, the synergy that Riot is saying is with Ashe, Zyra, Caitlyn, Vayne, Ezreal, and Lulu. And I'm not going to go into his insight. Again, that might be another video. But let me know what you guys think. And, I kind of can't wait for Braum to come out. I might try and test him on the PTR. Who knows? If I do, you guys will definitely get a video of that. But that's it, guys. My name has been Shadowswolm. Hope you all enjoyed the patch notes and the look into Braum with, the I guess you can say overview of what his abilities will be doing. Again, if you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know what you guys think about the changes to Rumble. If you guys like the introduction of Braum, all of that funness in the comment section down below. Or don't forget to tweet it at me if you want. My Twitter handle is right down below, guys. If you want to go ahead and follow me there, let you know when I got videos coming up. But that's it, guys. My name has been Shadowswell. I will talk to you all next time.